Alright, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be hitting up back. Now I'm still not 100% over the little bout of tonsillitis that I had there last week, but I definitely feel that I'm on the mend, especially after yesterday's workout. I think if I was going to slip back, if I was going to sort of regress any after it would have happened after yesterday's workout. So I do feel that the throat's still a wee bit scratchy, but it's nothing to worry about, I don't think. So with that in mind, what I'm going to do this week on back is I'm going to add back in the T-bar rows that I had deleted out of last week's back session. I'm not looking to move any stupid crazy weights or hit personal bests or anything like that. We're still very close to the beginning of this mesocycle, even though we're 3 weeks in. Because of the fact that this mesocycle is going to be particularly long, I'm sort of planning on this mesocycle perhaps going out as far as the end of October. It's now only the beginning of September, so we have a good sort of at least 8 weeks. So I have of more than 8 weeks from the beginning of the mesocycle, but from this point on we've a good 8 weeks, so I'm not really worried too much about trying to push too hard too fast. I'm happy enough just to work up to it nice and slowly, build week over week, maybe pick and choose. But that's a good thing about having a longer mesocycle. You're able to pick and choose which exercises you want to focus on, or which lifts you want to focus on for different parts of the mesocycle. So anyway, this week I'm going to add back in the T-bar rows. Pretty much just stick with the same weight that I was at the beginning of the mesocycle in those. If I can add in weight, we'll add in weight, but I'm not fussed if I don't. So we'll start off with chest supported dumbbell rows. Again, we're not looking to push any crazy weights, not do anything silly. Just getting back into the movement pattern, especially after those few weeks where the toe was skinned and I wasn't able to do them. So we'll probably not hit the top weight that I've been using in those at the end of the last mesocycle, but we'll just focus on trying to get a good deep stretch on each rep, and try and get a good peak contraction as well, and then take it to at least to failure, and if we can take it beyond failure, we will. Then, like I said, the T-bar rows. Then we'll move on to some the pull down movements. So what I'm going to do this probably for the length of this mesocycle is I'm going to do the wide grip and narrow grip pull downs, but I'm not going to do the unilateral pull downs, at least not for the first part of the mesocycle anyway. I might, if I add those back in, it'll probably be as like an intensifier toward the end of the mesocycle, but we'll see how we feel when that point in time comes. Then we'll finish off with the wide grip and narrow grip seated rows. Now again, it was only last week was the first that I had added those back in, so I'm not expecting any great sort of movement in weight, or from where I was at last week, or even toward the end of the last mesocycle. But again, we'll add in reps if we can, we'll add in weight if we can. If we can't, it's not a big deal. The idea here is going to be just getting as good a pump into the back as we can, especially for this sort of beginning few weeks of this mesocycle, and just give ourselves a good foundation to build on for the rest of the mesocycle. Leave ourselves with plenty of room to progress, as it were, rather than trying to go balls to the wall at the very beginning and then leave yourself basically just accumulating fatigue for the next lot of weeks. Anyway, with that and all that being said, let's get to it. right, that's going to do it for back. Really happy with how it went today, given the fact that I am just off the back a wee bout of tonsillitis and the toes as well, you know, and the beginning of the mesocycle. It's just, it hasn't been a great start to this mesocycle, if I'm being honest. So I'm really happy with how it went today. The chest supported dumbbell rows, I didn't hit the top weight that I was using at the end of the last mesocycle, but I didn't try either. And with that being said, I felt that I could have, if I had have wanted, I could have done the extra set at the higher weight and probably, you know, probably done pretty well with that weight. But that, like I said in the intro, that just it leaves me with room to grow in the coming weeks. You know, that's an intensifier that I have in my back pocket that I can use in weeks to come. Whenever I feel that I'm maybe starting to stall in my progress a wee bit, I can just add in an extra set, and all of a sudden, you know, that extra intensity's there. The T-bar rows, very happy with the T-bar rows. I actually managed to add 5 kilos to the T-bar rows over where I was at last week. Now I'm still a way off my top weight, my personal best in the T-bar rows. I think I'm off by about 15 kilos. But again, plenty of room for progress in the weeks to come. Plenty of room for progress in the weeks to come. The wide grip and the narrow grip pull downs, I managed to add a couple of kilos to those. I did do fewer reps, I think, on those than what I had done last week, but that's okay because obviously that little bit of extra weight will compensate. So all in all, the intensity will at least stay the same. So it will possibly even, it's arguable that the intensity is adding that extra bit of weight and getting close enough. I mean, it was only something like 5 reps away from the weight from the number of reps that I was using last week. So it's arguable that extra little bit of weight, even though we're doing 5 fewer reps, that little bit of extra weight more than made up for those reps. But again, plenty of room to progress in weeks to come. You know, can start adding in those extra reps. I was finishing the pull downs off with lengthened partials as well. So basically going past failure in those. So really happy with how those went. Felt a real good connection in the lats with those, which isn't always the case. Sometimes with a lat pull down, I can feel it in the lats at the beginning part, but then that peak contraction, I don't always feel it, but I felt it pretty much through every rep in that. And then on the seated rows, I actually added in a couple of kilos on the wide grip seated row, and added in an extra couple of kilos on top of that on the narrow grip seated row. And again, especially in those narrow grip seated rows, I felt really strong with those today. I'm not sure if that's just a function of the fact that I did a few less reps and a little bit less volume essentially on the pull downs and a set less on the chest supported dumbbell rows, or if it's just because I'm starting to get my energy back after the illness and I'm just, you know, I'm feeling it a bit more. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. If you've enjoyed the video, feed the anabolic algorithm with comments, shares, likes and subscribes, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.